friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Gagan and today I'm going to discuss about how you can set up the single sign-on with a Google account. What is the meaning of single sign-on? So single sign-on is mean that like you're going to use a single credentials to log in into a different application. So let's suppose that if I'm saying that I am enabling single sign-on of Salesforce with Google, that means by using the Google credentials, I will be able to log in the Salesforce. You don't have to provide any credential in the Salesforce, just you have to click login with a single sign-on. I will give you the quick demo. So this is one of my org where I have already set up the single sign-on. So let me go and log out from here. So I just click log out and you can see that this login with Google is enabled, right? So this is a single sign-on option. So I have done some configuration and I will show you how you can do that. Even you can set up the single sign-on with LinkedIn, with Outlook, with Facebook. There's so many options available. And if your company is using some other third-party identification provider like Ping Federation, you can use that as well. So it's very simple. Now, if I will click this login with Google, I will be able to log in into the Salesforce. I have to choose the email ID. So just one thing, the email ID that I'm choosing, this with the same email ID, there should be a user inside the Salesforce. So that's why I'm able to log in. So if I will show you Gagan. So see Gagan Anand. So this is basically one of the user I have logged in. So you can see the same email ID, Google email ID, there's a user. So that should be there. So now this is a different org. Okay, and here if here there's no single sign-on has been set up, so we will set up it from the scratch. First of all, what you have to do, you have to go to the auth provider, click, go to the setup, search auth provider. So this is identity. So here you have to provide the identity provider information. As of now there's no identity provider, so I will click new, and then they if you click this drop down, this is out of the box. If you wanted to log in through Apple, you can log in through Apple as well. If you want to log in through Facebook, you can do that. But now we are trying to achieve this single sign-on through Salesforce. I'm clicking Salesforce. You can give any name, Google, consumer secret is optional, and in the register handler, click Apex class, and then click this. As of now, we will just click this registration handler as a automatically created registration handler. Okay, and in execute registration as, you have to provide a particular any admin user ID or user you have to choose here, execute registration as, because whatever this class will execute, or this auth provider configuration or customization will execute in the context of this user, execute registration as. So I choose Gagan Anand. In case if you have to see the debug log of the single sign-on, you have to set up the debug log on this particular user. Now I'm going to click save, but there is one more thing. So this is a registration handler, and I choose automatically create a registration handler. And if I click this registration handler, so this is like something they have given out of the box. So in order to make this registration handler perfectly working and fine, what you have to do, I will give you this line of code. You have to just click copy this, and then you have to go here, Control A, Control V. Okay, Control A and Control V. What? Control A. So I have to go it again. I think it's not copied correctly. So I have to again copy, go back, and Control V. Yeah. So I will try to help you understand this. So as soon as we are clicking this login with the Google account, so basically the single sign-on is basically implementing this interface, and this interface is providing us basically executing this method, and in this method they're passing this parameter user data. Inside this user data we are getting the Gmail account. So whatever the Gmail account of this Google account is coming, we are checking, do we have any user in the same Gmail account which is coming from that Google account? If it is there, we're returning the data, and then handler is basically handling the registration of that user, and then basically allowing them to enter into the Salesforce. I'm clicking save now. It's very simple class. I will put that in the description, or I will just store this class in the GitHub, and I will provide the link of the GitHub in the description of this video. So if now I go back again to the auth provider, you will be able to see that the class name should be changed. Yeah. Oh yeah, class name has been changed. Now another step that you have to do here is you have to go to domain. One second. Yeah, you have to go to domain, my domain, and then scroll down and you can see this authentication configuration. Here you had to choose this Google. So basically that option, login with Google, right? That option will only come if you will click this option, authentication service. Else that option will not appear when you are sign in or trying to log in to the Salesforce. So now I'm clicking save. Click save. Okay, so it's saved now. So now I will log out and will try to log in to this environment through Google Plus. Okay, now you can see login in with the Google is enabled. Now I have to click this option, and I will click this Gagan.Anand723, and it's asking me, you want to provide any phone number? No, I don't want to provide any phone number. So see, bingo, I'm able to log in inside the Salesforce without providing the username and password. I just logged in through the Google single sign-on. So in the same way, you can basically uh, configure your single sign-on with Facebook, with Apple, or even like there are some, genuine, genuine authentication provider, or you can use Open ID connection as well. So I will try to do that with the pin federation or some other way, or some other basically, some other third party application. So stay tuned and please support this channel, subscribe it. Thank you.